Welcome back to BaldHeaded Metal, guys. Welcome back to another reaction. I purposely picked this particular song from Lord of the Lost, the cover of Children of the Damned, Iron Maiden, specifically because I am an Iron Maiden fan, but my brother Ben is a huge Iron Maiden fan.
Yes, sir.
I think you must have listened to every album hundreds of times.
Yes.
So it's going to be interesting to see a goth metal band take it on this song.
And a band that I haven't heard before, and obviously it goes without question. Number of the Beast is the definitive benchmark heavy metal record that no fan should be without. I think I'm going to be particularly paying attention, and if I may be especially critical on the vocal component of this cover.
This guy has good vocals.
Let's see.
It's not Iron Maiden. He does a different thing.
Okay.
And I expect this to be almost creepy.
Right, but you want to see a nice balance between a band bringing its own texture to the song, but also adhere to the... just respect the source material as well.
It's going to be interesting what they do.
Yes.
Now let's jump into the reaction and see what we got.
Roll.
He's walking like a small child, but watch his eyes burn you away. Black holes in his golden stare. God knows he wants to go. Children of the dead. Children of the dead.
You're giving the
Oh,
thumbs
that's
up.
fucking awesome right away. I love that he's very, very consciously diverting his vocals from Dickinson. Nobody can do Dickinson, first of all. But second of all, it doesn't discredit this vocalist in any way. He's awesome. I always argue that vocals are not about just how high you could take your tone. It's about the spirituality, the feeling of it. He's navigating the song. He brings all the melancholy of it, and musically, awesome cover. Like it penetrates to the heart and soul of the original like that.
Yeah, right away, I like in all the songs that I've heard Lord of the Lost, but his vocals are very distinct.
Yeah.
And he, like you said, he has this kind of mystery and emotion that he puts in the vocals. The piano was awesome.
Awesome. Yeah.
Awesome beginning to it. Like, it's a nice way to switch up the original.
Children of the dead. Children of the dead. He's walking like a dead man. If he had left, he would have crucified us all. Now he's standing on his last step. He thought oblivion, well, it beckons us all. Children of the dead. Children of the dead. Children of the dead. Children of the dead.
I love how he puts that little growl at the end.
Yeah.
I think it's very fitting in the context of the way they're doing the cover.
Everything that you listen to it, like even on an intuitive level, you don't need to think on the song too much. He's constantly, once again, he's arranging his vocal lines around and about what Dickinson was doing, but in his own way, and yet is so near, yet so far away. something really, really strikes a very good balance there.
How do you feel about the musicians and how they're playing the piano, the guitar?
There's just one little tiny part there when they went without percussion and just did little like those little plates or synth kind of like sound like kind of echoing in the background. I felt a little bit empty in that little part, but it's just a minuscule moment. I would have thought that there's some kind of percussion should have been there, more prominent. But it's just a small nitpick.
Okay.
Now it's burning his hands. He's turning to live. Smiles as the flames hiss his flesh, melting his face, screaming in pain, feeling the stem from his eyes. Watch him die, according to plan. He stands on the ground.
I want to point something out here. Musically wise, the arrangement of instruments, it makes sense for this song, obviously for this band, which I'm not very aware of, right? You're showing me this for the first time. But I think, again, coming from a very biased perspective, I think this is where, for me personally, heavy metal instruments kind of win over it, because even what he was doing with the tempo here, when the song reaches its emotional and tempo, the absolute
Like
peak,
the crescendo.
yeah, it doesn't quite reach it here with this instrumentation. It keeps it more on the mellow side. It doesn't have that like emotional height. Like you almost feel euphoric when you hear the original song.
I mean, but that's also Iron Maiden, all their songs. Kind of, they have this kind
Yeah,
of
but
epic...
I feel this is where, because of the kind of maybe the band that this is their personal filter, the choice of instrumentation, it doesn't quite reach the mark for me.
You know, I come from a different perspective where I don't want the same song done when I hear a cover.
Yeah.
And if your change up is dramatic, but it's somehow, for me, this fits. For example, I don't need the same emotional heights. I don't know, as long as it has the same, feeling for this band. And I think for this song, it is that height. And
No, I recognize it for sure. And again, it's not knocking the band. It's not a critique.
No, I get it.
It's my bias saying that for me, this is why I would always pick kind of like
the original.
traditional guitar rhythms over what's happening here.
Okay. I for one, I'm quite enjoying this. I like
No, this is fun. This is very enjoyable.
Your children of the damned, your backs against the wall. You turn into the light, you're burning in the night. Your children of the damned, like candles watch them burn. Burning in the light, you're burning against the night. Children of the damned.
No, like I said, his vocals just sold it. It's soulful. It's heartfelt. It's definitely about them. I was thinking of Def Leppard throughout the whole video. Remember one of their music videos? I forget the name of the song, where it's basically half mock-up stage and half of it is just them preparing for the concert in the background. It's a very kind of like signature videos that were
I forgot. I know what
popular in the
you're talking
80s and 90s. It reminded me of Def Leppard. And it's, again, Children of the Damned. And you see these guys like not looking regular, just doing their thing. It's very appropriate. It's full of heart. It's a great song. Again, I think my small nitpicks are coming from my personal bias.
And see, and I also, if I looked at myself 10 years ago and I would have looked at the way they look,
Yeah.
I would have made fun of it.
Yeah.
But now, as an adult especially, I love when artists just truly express themselves who they are, even if it's not 100% when my brain clicks with it.
Yeah.
I find it interesting. For example, their getup, their look,
Yeah.
his hair, the way they like to come out. It's almost like, I don't want to say the new gothic kind of
New goth.
yeah,
Or
like
post goth.
post goth
Yeah.
thing. Like, I don't want to put them in a box because I'm sure they don't want to.
Same with me. If I would think about this when I was in my 20s, like, oh, it's just superficial. It's people who are looking for attention. They don't know how to express themselves. Thus, they have to express themselves outwardly with their appearance, tattoos, blah, 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 blah. Even if it is trivial and surface level, who gives a shit? Music to me speaks for itself. His vocal lines sold me within the
Yeah.
first seconds, and that's what leads me into the song. I don't know who these people are. I don't care. I share the moment with them in the song.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that looked like one hell of a concert.
Yeah. Yeah. And great video too.
Now, for those Iron Maiden fans, Lord of the Lost fans, how you guys like the cover? I know there's some people going to come out and say it's probably better than the original. It's always going to happen.
Yeah.
I would love to hear the opinions. And most of all, guys, make sure to enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe and keep it metal, guys.
Children of the Damned.
Children of the Damned.